Alright, everybody. Okay, let's see. Let me see if we're live for that. Okay. Let me pop up chat. Alright, come on, stupid tablet. I need to get me one of those Windows tablets one day. This one's garbage. Hey, what's up, David Combat? Haven't seen you in a while. Last time I seen you, I think I was out west, wasn't I? Oh, you been to Bangor, Maine? Home of Stephen King. Oh, how is it? Have you ever been to the airport there where they filmed what was it? The Langoliers, I think. Back in 1995. Alright, so we gotta go that way. North. Oh, I bet. And so many mountains out here. Just as bad as out west. Except it's in green form. So the trip that I'm doing, Bangor, Maine. Right now we're going to from here, going up through New York, over into towards Montreal. We'll be going around Montreal, and then from Montreal over to Bangor, Maine. And then Bangor, Maine will be basically going down the coast through New York City and then down to Washington, D.C., and we'll probably go all the way to Florida. And then we'll take 75 from Florida back up, all the way back up to Michigan. Yeah, it's a bit screwed up. Yeah, I got the SSD. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you some 3D imagery. I mean, you probably can already tell it's kind of performing like smooth as butter. It'll probably be like 50 or so miles before we see 3D imagery, unless Mansfield has some. Then that'll be like 30 or so miles. And when I get some time, I might also do a tutorial video on this as well, like how to set it up. What would be so cool though is I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it myself because I don't really know enough about Google Earth programming. But I was gonna say what would be cool is if you could do like have like a multiplayer of some sorts. Yeah, no, right? They are weird. Not as bad as when you're like not really going through mountain passes, but when you're going through mountain passes like back there, then they get really weird. Yeah, I crashed the truck. I crashed the car and got a truck. Back in Flint, Michigan. Crazy Flint drivers. Yeah, I crashed it. Yeah. No, not really. I mean, it's still there. I just wanted to switch to something that made more sense because it didn't really make a whole lot of sense, like, being in a car and then being like really high off the ground. So, because it felt like you were in a monster car basically. So I decided I'm gonna go with a semi truck because that would make more sense. And then I added a nice little slideshow feature to the dashboard, as you can see. And then I got the map on the bottom right, which shows the route that I'm taking. And then at the top right, I got the start and destination, where we started from, where our destination is for the trip. And of course, if you look at the description, then you can see all the towns that we'd be going through. Elmira being one of them, which is up there towards the top of the map, where that turnoff is. Where you like go east a little bit and then you go northeast. That's where Elmira is. I don't think there'll be 3D imagery for a little bit though. At least maybe Mansfield might have some. If not, then it's probably gonna be around Elmira, because that's a little bit of a city too. They probably got 3D imagery there by the border of New York, maybe. I'm just guessing. But even if those don't have 3D imagery, then it's gonna be a while before we see some. Yeah, it looked like a GPS essentially. Unfortunately, I don't have like any way of being able to automatically track my positioning into Google Earth into Google Maps. Well, actually, I could probably, if I were to do it, it'd probably have to go the same way as it is from FSX to Google Earth. Just go from FSX to the Google Maps there, but I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do that. So I just said screw it. I just update it like every time I make a stop. I usually just update it, move the start pin, which is towards the bottom, move it to where I stopped at. Good enough. Corner to where the slideshow is. You mean to the left? I mean, because I don't want to block the left side. And there's really nothing on the right side other than just some buttons and such. You ever been through Pennsylvania, David? Oh, if I do that, then you won't be able to see the Google Maps at all. You wouldn't be able to see crap from it. That's why I have it there. I tried that already. I was going to put it in the center, but with resizing it to fit in that little small, uh, screen, you couldn't really see anything. You could hardly see the route, actually. It was that bad. So I was like, I'm just going to have to put the slideshow there. I was thinking, instead of doing a slideshow, maybe in the next one or so, I was thinking of adding like a little video player there or something. Have it like play some of my playlists. Think it could work. Instead of it just being a repeated slideshow that just shuffles through several images that I got of my web series I'm working on over and over again. Yeah, I gotta keep the map there though, at least have it a decent size, because I wouldn't be able to see it at all if I have it there. Philly? No, that's like, Philly's like a few hundred miles to the east of me, probably. About 300 or so. And look at all those mountains. You know what would be cool is I thought about implementing somehow into this is what do you call it? Road noise, like, yeah, like road noise of some sort. So it's not just like dead silence. Unless you're able to hear the music playlist that I'm hearing, then you'll probably hear that at least. But I hope not, because after the stream, I'm gonna probably get spammed emails by YouTube with, claimed. It's happened before. Otherwise, I would let you guys hear my playlist, but I'm not gonna do it, unfortunately. Because I don't really feel like the stream getting claimed and blocked in countries and shit. And if I get too many of those, and they're actually serious enough, then it goes right to a copyright strike. I had one before, and they forced me to have to take copyright school, which was complete and utter rubbish. So, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that bullshit again. If they do give me a copyright strike again, I'll probably just delete it. I'll probably just say fuck and just not do any more videos on YouTube and just delete the channel probably. And move to some other platform. But I haven't had any problems in like several years in terms of copyright strikes and shit, so. Because you gotta keep up to date when you get copyright claims. It can vary, it can be serious, it cannot be serious at all. The serious ones are usually the ones that were probably manually claimed by someone, and they want action taken, so to say. And usually that action would just be a copyright strike on the channel that got that claim. And then there's the ones that are just the minor copyright claims where it's just the monetization or whatever just goes to the owner, and you don't really have to do anything about it. I have a whole shit ton of those kind of claims. I don't really feel like I could do something about it. I could just, go in and go to the edit videos and then just take out the audio. But I just don't feel like doing it one by one. I don't want to waste my time with it, so I just leave it. Yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago. Go figures. Don't tell me you just woke up now, Dr. GTA. That would be amazing. Both of us waking up at the same time. I want some 3D imagery to come in because I want to show David how well it performs. There might be some in like the next several miles or so, maybe. I don't know. Right now, it don't look like it. All it is just mountains and flat terrain. Not flat terrain, mountains and 2D imagery. Might be something way up there in the horizon, though. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, when I did that one was one that got claimed. The Hollywood one. That one, I know that one got claimed. There's probably a couple others I think that were claimed too. I could try. I haven't tried 1080p yet in 3D imagery. The overall frame rate will drop though. Like it's not gonna be like butter smooth, but you're not gonna lock up anymore, like I used to. But yeah, I never really tried 1080p. I usually just stick with 720p for optimal overall frame rate. And the quality is really good at 1080p even. Man, I wish I could like just have you guys be able to hear the playlist. It's not really that bad of a playlist. As I said before, though, we all know YouTube. I mean, I could technically do it and just deal with the whatever happens, but I want to be able to have my streams to be DVR'd for people afterwards. I want people to be able to see it afterwards in case some missed it. Oh, dude, that doesn't compare to anything I've had before that. Before that one. Speaking of old computer, I actually, for Christmas, not just the processor and solid state drive I got, but I pretty much redid the whole PC. I got a new case, and I got a new motherboard, and a new CPU cooler. It's actually a gaming case, it's technically actually a gaming PC now, so I'm not using a Dell PC no more. My Dell PC that I was using before Christmas is actually sitting on the floor next to me. I don't have a power supply in it right now, so can't turn it on, unfortunately. But the PCs I had before that, if you look back at my past videos from years ago, you'll be like, yeah, he upgraded so much. I used to game on a laptop with Intel HD graphics, and before that, I used to game on a Dell Inspiron 1420. It was a 2006 or 2005 made laptop, which had like a mobile Intel 965 Express chipset family or something like that, or Intel GMA X3100, which is not even HD graphics technically. Yeah, that's literally what it was. It was a fucking potato PC. The only games I could really play on that technically at good frame rates was probably Quake 3 and Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Not even that, and most of the time Wolfenstein Enemy Territory would only play at like reasonable frame rates. Like it wasn't perfect, but it could play Minecraft too. But I mean, the performance of Minecraft was just shit on that PC. And it kind of even was on the Intel HD graphics. Like, performance wasn't bad on Intel HD graphics 1, but it was the lockups and stuttering that was the problem. Minecraft is known for that. And it's usually due to all of the fucking blocks that has to be loaded into the memory. Yeah, the credits ain't gonna matter. It won't matter, because, yeah. I don't even know really how to do the credits thing on YouTube. I think you can only do like one song or something like that. Otherwise, you'd have to put them in like each song you listen to in description, and I don't really feel like doing that afterwards. Otherwise, I would, but I don't really feel like wasting 20 minutes trying to find each song that pops in the playlist. Half of them I don't even know the titles to, unfortunately. Unless I were to look at it. Can't wait to see some 3D imagery. Williamsport back the other way had 3D imagery, but I didn't really feel like wanting to turn back and go that way, because that was like another 30 or so miles. Dell Inspiron 1420 came with Windows Vista, actually, not XP. Oh yeah, Windows Vista was full of problems, to be honest. Then I upgraded it to Windows 7, and then eventually a Windows 10 when it first came out. And then, fairly recently, it's just been pretty much scrap, because the laptop's pretty much trashed. It's got broken display, it's got fucking, like, keyboard's probably messed up on it now a little bit, and it's all sorts of fucked. It's actually in my PC scrap box. Because I got like one of those, those plastic crates, plastic totes. Those big ones you use for like moving and such. Or packing up. I have like one labeled like computer parts, which is what the old laptop is in, and pieces. Oh, fuck off. And then the other one, was the bike stuff for the e-bike. Alright, so I'm just going to leave FSX unminimized for the mountain passes, because it'll do that shit otherwise. There we go. Yeah, that's when it turned to a potato, was when it turned into garbage. The display eventually crapped out, like it started forming these red pixels, or red and blue pixels, and just, I mean, the color was still there, but it like started having all these red and blue pixels all over the display, like, and they would move with whatever the picture that's in motion is with as well. Like, it was weird. It was like that for a long time, actually. And then eventually it just gave out. I think it was because of something, though. I think it was a wire that got split or something, maybe, because the hinges broke as well for it. That was the first thing that happened, was the hinges broke on the bottom of the display. That's the most common issue on older Dell laptops, is breaking, his hinges breaking. I've seen it plenty of times. Dude, I've been through a lot with gaming on Dell laptop, or just laptops in general. That's actually what I didn't really start gaming on, I actually started gaming on like single core dinosaur PCs when I was younger, but then I just switched to laptops for a long time, and then now I'm finally in desktops again, and here I am today with a really decent gaming PC that can actually run GTA 5. And actually, you could run some of today's games with pretty reasonable frame rate. Wolfenstein, was it Wolfenstein 2? I think it was Wolfenstein 2. I played a little bit of that. Not a whole lot. Yeah, true. Problem loading the Windows. I actually started having issues with that in Windows 10, I think. Still no 3D imagery in sight as of yet. A lot of mountains, though. At least. Oh, dude, that Dell laptop wouldn't even run Fortnite, probably. I never really bothered to try, obviously, because it wasn't out back then. Last time I played on it, it wasn't out. But I can almost guarantee it would not run Fortnite at all. And if it did, it would probably be horrible frame rate. Like, you probably wouldn't even be able to play it. Like, that bad. And actually, that, HP laptop with Intel HD graphics wouldn't even run Fortnite, I don't think. You'd have to run at the lowest possible, even lowest possible settings would be only enough to maybe, just maybe max out 30-ish. But it was just fucking stuttering and shit. Like, yeah, it was not gonna happen. I don't like Fortnite anyways. I don't really play it. I haven't played it in like quite a few months. That was the last time I played it. And I only played it a few times before I just said I'm not gonna play it anymore. I just don't like the aspect of it. I'm not a big fan of, going around gathering loot, getting as much loot as you can, then just killing player, or just, death matching it till the last man standing. I just don't buy that. The only thing about Fortnite that I would probably like the most, maybe, if it wasn't Battle Royale, would probably be the fact that you can build in it. Like, you can find materials to build with. That's probably about the only thing I like about it. Even then, it's just, yeah, I just don't really like it, because it reminds me of cartoon, basically. Mix of cartoon and PUBG, basically, is what I could put it as. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't even play PUBG, actually. I did a little bit on mobile, but that was it. Actually, I'll tell you a story. The first time I played PUBG on mobile, and this is my first time playing PUBG at all, You will not believe the kill count I had in a row. I had 7 kills in that first match I played. I was actually surprised. I had 7 kills. I never thought I would have that many, but I did. I thought that was pretty cool. Had 7 kills on the first match. It was something. Oh, there's some... Pennsylvania has long exits, dude. Like, back in Texas, the exits in Texas were weird. These are just as weird, because they're, like, super long. Well, some of them. I've seen a few exits here, too, that are just, like, odd as well. Like, they will kind of, like, go off, and then they'll, like, do, like, a 90-degree turn, and then it'll be, like, you know. This must be where we catch up into New York, because I remember that there was a 3-lane high, and there was, like, 3 lanes when we reached New York. Or, no, never mind. I think I was wrong. I don't know, we could be in New York. I don't know, I haven't been keeping up. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll know when we start going east, we'll know. When we start going east, we'll definitely be in New York. With that curve that we got. Yeah, see these mountain passes, when the roads are like next to mountain passes, they just look weird. It's like up there, for example. You'll see it like tilt to sideways and shit. And the exits over in Texas are like, they like merge onto roads. Exits over here are like 90-degree turns, or they're very long. Yeah, see, now we're gonna be sideways. Wonder where 3D imagery is. Probably around the corner, most likely. Yeah, at least Fortnite's free though. But I mean, still, I literally uninstalled everything Fortnite related after I said I was done with it. I even uninstalled the launcher. I wasn't gonna fuck with it again. Cause it's like why have it? Why have the launcher even when you're not even gonna play it? So it's just a waste of space in my opinion. Dead weight on the PC. So I just was like, I'm just gonna remove anything Fortnite related. It is at this moment Google knew they fucked up. Yep. One day everything will be 3D imagery though. Gotta give them credit for that at least. They're getting there. Used to be my hometown used to be all 2D imagery, but downtown Flint would be like 3D imagery, but it wasn't. And then after a little while, they finally did all the surrounding areas of Flint in 3D imagery, including my hometown. So I was like, yeah, nice. So they're making progress. It's just gonna take time. They start with the bigger cities and then they work their way out to the countries later on. Because it's actually, what actually does the 3D imagery, this may sound surprising, but it's actually from these planes. It works the same way as Street View, except it's planes that do it. And planes actually take these 3D, I forgot the term for it. But it's like these 3D infrared images. And that basically is what the infrared rays is what makes it the 3D look so precise and all that. And the fact that it's from planes too helps with the detail. No, it's in 720p right now. I mean, the stream might be in 1080p because that's what I'm streaming in, but the Google Earth might be in 720p right now. Let me try 1080p though. Like I said, overall frame rate would drop though. Alright, it's in 1080p now. Now it's 1080p. Running in 1080p though really will decrease performance overall. I mean, you can probably tell a little bit. I mean, even then, it's not really that bad. But like, I'm probably getting like 20 or so frames per second with it. 25 maybe. Kind of varies. Another thing I noticed too, before I did the trip, was I realized Google Earth had a snow and rain effect. Like actual particle effects for rain and snow. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I was like looking down in Bangor, Maine, and Bangor, Maine was covered in clouds like no tomorrow. Once I went underneath the clouds, I could see like snow falling, snow particles, or snowflakes. I was like, that is dope. 4D imagery. I don't even think that's a thing. There is a thing such. There is called four. There is a thing such as four-dimensional, but 4D imagery is probably not a thing. Will never be a thing probably. Never know though. Could be something one day. As far as technology rate goes. This must be Mansfield or something, because I can see some legacy 3D buildings. This is our exit. So he must be in New York already. By the looks of it. Now, the only thing I will say about 3D imagery, though, that's about the same is the texture quality rendering. And that's just because of the internet, unfortunately. So there's really no difference other than performance. That's about it. And actually, once it does download the textures, though, they get stored obviously in what's known as the cache, memory and disk cache. Once it's stored in that, then it will it'll load so quick. In that scenario, it would. But when you're in areas you haven't explored yet, and it's got to download all the imagery, that's what's holding us back now. I'd have to get better internet speeds for being able to stream and do that at the same time. Yeah, I guess I could check where we are. Um, Let me find an exit number though, because usually that will be a lot easier. By the looks of it, man, we're going south. Oh, so I know where we are now. I could see already on the map. We are, can't really tell. You see where towards the top there, where the curve, when you're going north, and then it like makes that big turn, and then it goes like east and southeast a minute. That's where we are. I can't really read what it says. Corning. That's where we are. Corning, New York. Yeah, I don't even need an exit number now because I can see where we are based on the direction we're going. So we just went through Corning, New York, and Elmira is actually not too far. Probably another 10 miles or so. Hopefully that has 3D imagery because it's a decent sized town. But I don't know. Could be wrong. If that doesn't have 3D imagery, though, it ain't gonna be a while till we see any. It probably won't be all the way till Syracuse before we see some. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully this has 3D imagery. Hard to tell, but it could be 3D imagery I see in the horizon, way out there in the distance, but it's hard to tell. Let's just hope for the best. Let's just cross our fingers that it's 3D imagery. Hey, these roads look just as bad as Michigan roads. Look how crappy they look. Oh, yeah, that's right. Corning Museum. Yeah, we're not too far from Elmira now, which I think is what I had the title set for. Yeah, Elmira, New York. Mm. Oh, the museum's pretty cool. Never been to New York personally. The only states I've ever really been to IRL is obviously Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina. Those are about the only states I've been. Well, so far the way I see it, I don't think our hopes are going to be up too high for 3D imagery. I don't see any in sight. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's do this. So give it a minute to interact with. There we go. So Williamsport does have 3D imagery, but I didn't feel like. Yeah, so we're right about around where Big Flats is. Yeah, it doesn't have 3D imagery. Oh, that sucks. So in that case, ooh, Ithaca has 3D imagery, which is a little ways, but I think it's manageable. I think we could go to Ithaca instead of Elmira. We'll try for that. I don't know exactly where I am, so I'm just gonna place it close somewhere in this range. Because we haven't hit exit 54 yet, which would be our next exit. To Ithaca. I don't know the exact distance. Ooh, there's a Lansing, New York. That's interesting. Yeah, we should be good though. We'll go to Ithaca instead. You know, stop there or something. All right, so Ithaca is the next town that has 3D imagery. Like how it's able to interact with the map like that. Because y'all can see like the map move and what have you. Yeah, it's gonna be another half hour or so. About. I'm gonna go back to 720p for the best performance because it is a bit like jittery with 1080p. This 1080p is just quite a hit. Google Earth especially. Google Earth doesn't really enjoy 1080p that much or higher. 4K would be a fuck no. I forgot my Cheetos. Huh. Yeah. I got an idea. I want to try something real quick. Instead of the damn slideshow, I'm going to do something. Let's turn the... Let me add... browser, I think. We'll name it YouTube. Turn it off for a minute. Need to get the transform. Copy transform, paste transform. Yeah. That'll work, I guess. And then I just need the URL, so let me get the URL real quick. How about, for entertaining purposes, we'll do my zombie survival roleplay playlist. I'm just gonna test just to see how it works. And I'm gonna have to interact with it. Play all, full screen. There we go. How's that? Hard to see, I bet, but I could probably scale it just a little more. That'll work. There we go. Now I got me my zombie survival roleplay playlist going, so you guys can have some entertainment. At least something, you know, than just a damn slideshow. It's actually pretty cool. And it's actually audio for it too, but I don't have it on because I'm not recording my desktop audio right now due to the music playlist. But, I mean, I technically could just turn my music off and like play the audio for you guys to hear, but it's alright. I was thinking about doing a zombie survival roleplay marathon with the playlist, because I have the playlist. The start video is from the very first video, which is way back when the server first launched, going all the way up to the latest one. And I thought about doing like a premiere marathon, so to say, on my channel. It would probably last like hours upon hours, because it's like 100 or something videos. Alright, here's our exit, 54. Not too much longer towards Ithaca. Looks like we'll be on a 2-lane road, maybe. So we get to see some 2-lane action. Continue on to New York 13 North. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be having some 2-lane road. Yeah, we're watching. Well, yeah, we're watching a live stream on a live stream. It wasn't actually a live stream. This one wasn't a live stream. This one, the older videos were actually just recorded ones. I didn't really have the powerful enough PC to live stream at the time. At the traffic circle, continue straight on to New York 13. Roundabout. First roundabout I've went through. Yeah, I did. I mean, you can tell, probably. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have to open up FSX again. Let the textures and elevation load. There we go. Yeah, we don't get to see too much 2-lane road action. This is probably one of the first few times we did. This long, anyways. I don't know if it'll last long, though. Another roundabout. So we gotta continue straight. Which is straight ahead there. A live stream on a live stream. Wait, Funny Country Roads is playing on my radio. What's the coincidence, right? Song that I'm listening to right now is, like, I guess, in case you didn't know, by someone. Has kind of country vibe to it. In case you didn't know. Something along those lines. Not too much longer would be probably to Ithaca. Yeah, looks like we're having some two-lane road action. Probably gonna be for a while too, or at least all the way to Ithaca, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. America. Turn the heater off because I'm burning up. A lot of mountains still, though. It's gonna be a little bit harder to see the road these. Damn, my stupid stream paused on my tablet. There we go. And not too much further, we should be starting to see 3D imagery, so that should be good. Interesting. probably around these couple more mountain passes, we'll probably be able to see the 3D imagery in the distance. That's what I'm guessing. So, yay, hopefully. But being on 2-lane road, it's actually something different. Never really get the chance to do 2-lane road action for miles. Alright, about another 10 miles or so to Ithaca. Oh, when people monetize their channels? Yeah. I think I might be I don't even know if I'm eligible for it yet. I mean, I think I'm eligible to enable the feature. I might have, I think, because I remember enabling it one time. I didn't actually, well, last time I looked at it, I don't think it's enabled, but I don't really care about monetization, honestly. Because I just do these just for fun, like, yeah, because it's like, you know, enjoy doing it. Like, I'm not doing it for, like, the money, I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels, and especially clickbaiters, that do it for the money. Believe me, I see it all the time. And I'm not going to be pointing fingers either, so. I usually stay unsubscribed to those channels, though. Oh, we got another traffic circle, apparently. Coming up. Huh. No traffic circle? I see 3D imagery right over that mountain over there. You see it? A little bit of it right there. We're close. Yep, that's 3D imagery, alright. All the way across there. Right down there in that little area that's all 3D, I believe. You can see Ithaca from here. It's right over there to the right. shit. Had to minimize FSX real quick. Oh, here we go. Some 3D imagery finally. So, yay. Oh, this is actually the lower quality 3D imagery. Oh well, at least it's 3D imagery. Period. Looks like we gotta turn left. Onto New York 13A North. This is a much narrower road. Hey, you could probably tell though how well it performs. A lot better than before, that's for sure. Let me turn my live chat back on because it's in top chat mode again. All messages are visible. Come on, stupid live chat. There we go. So that way I'm not missing any. Now roads like this have to probably go slower than usual. Turn right onto West State Street. Uh-oh. Welcome to downtown Ithaca, New York. Turn left onto New York 13 North, North Meadow Street. Yeah, no, right? Be a shame that we're not on an interstate. Well, let's try 1080p for once in 3D imagery. Alright, 1080p action, here we go. Alright, this is 1080p. Oh, bridge. See why I don't do 1080p all that much? It drops the overall frame rate. It also takes a lot longer to render the textures too, due to the internet connection. Nonetheless, though, it's alright. Yes, I mean, even 1080p is not that bad, if you think about it. If you look. Which is pretty damn good. But yeah, for overall frame rate, it's better just to stick with 720p. 1080p is like a bit over too much. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright, we'll just stick with the 720p instead. Good enough. What do you think, though, David? Performs a lot better, don't it? With the solid state drive. Yeah, look at the huge difference, 720p versus 1080p. It's like almost smooth as butter with 720p. A bit of country action for you. .3D imagery is about to end. That's the end right up there. That's the end of the tunnel. Once we got 3D imagery, I think we'll go a little more further and then we'll stop for the night. Actually, right up here would do the trick. Yeah. We'll try here and then... This'll work. Alright. Now let's update our location on the map. We are right here. Dang, I was almost in the right spot. That'll work. That's where we are right now. We went a little ways into New York, surprisingly. We're actually not too far from Cortland. Cortland doesn't have 3D imagery, so cross that off the list. Syracuse is probably pretty good quality 3D imagery. Oh yeah, Syracuse has good quality 3D imagery, so that would be... Tomorrow will definitely be a test. We'll be going through Syracuse tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to try for Canada, because we'll be taking 81 all the way up to Canada. And then we'll be merging onto 401, or Canada 401, which will take us all the way to Montreal. No, I do not think we'll probably make it to Montreal tomorrow. It'll probably be the next day. It'll probably be Saturday before we get to Montreal, and then probably Sunday we'll do... Sunday we'll probably get to Bangor. We still have 586 miles to Bangor. That actually could all be done in one day, actually. I don't know. We'll see. 586 miles isn't a whole lot. It's actually not bad. Yeah, we'll definitely be going through Syracuse tomorrow, though, so that should be interesting. High quality 3D imagery. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. I will do another one tomorrow. We'll do to go through Syracuse and hopefully go to the border, Canada. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll try for Montreal tomorrow, but I don't know. It'd be probably a bit of a stretch. Um, Depending on how much time I want to put on it. But yeah, I think we did probably some around 200 miles today. I don't know the exact mileage we did, but we actually started off. Actually, we didn't do a whole lot because we did a tour of Williamsport today, and then we just went from Williamsport up to where we are now. So yeah. All right, everybody, have a good night. See ya.